Structure of administration. The British divided the territories they held in India into provinces. Three of these were Bengal, Bombay, and Madras. They were called presidencies. The day to day administration was carried out by four agencies: the civil service for general administration, the army to protect the territories, the police to maintain law and order and ensure peace, the judiciary to dispense justice. The army. The British needed a large army to control India. The army was used to conquer more territories, protect British territories from their rivals, suppress internal revolts against the British. The army comprised Indian soldiers who were called sepoys. A large number of them were originally farmers. They were keen to join the company's army as it was a very prestigious occupation. The British Army was a well trained and disciplined force. They were also paid a regular salary. The Civil Service. The credit for starting the Indian Civil Service in 1793 goes to Lord Cornwallis. He was also known as the father of modern civil service. Lord Cornwallis separated the commercial and revenue branches of administration. He also introduced strict regulations for the officials, raised their salaries, and made seniority the basis of promotions. The system of recruitment of young officers by the directors of the company was replaced by a written examination in 1853. Fort William College was set up at Calcutta to train young civil servants. The police. Lord Cornwallis organized a regular and permanent police force that was essential for the maintenance of law and order. Each district was organized into thanas, each headed by a daroga. Towns and villages had kotwals and chowkidars respectively. The Indian policemen were excluded from higher posts. The judiciary. Before the coming of British, the Indians followed laws based on local customs and traditions. For some time, the British did not interfere with the existing system. However, the existence of two sets of laws created confusion, so they introduced a uniform code of law. They set up civil courts and criminal courts at the district level. In 1833, a law commission was appointed to codify Indian laws, and it compiled the Indian Penal Code and established the principle of rule of law, which means equality before law. This, however, was seldom practiced by the Britishers.